Hello, everyone. How y'all doing? This is Illa Lynn, and thanks for stopping by my channel, Everything Spiritual. Disclaimer: all readings are for entertainment purposes only, so enjoy. Hello out there. I hope you all are having a good weekend. This is Illa Lynn, and thanks for stopping by my channel. Today I'm going to do a reading. Today I'm going to do a relationship reading for the sign of Libra. Let me get these decks out the way. I am using the Romance Oracle, the Tarot of the Heart Tarot deck, the Numerology deck, and the Radiant Wise Tarot. I always forget to do that. So we're doing a relationship reading for the sign of Libra. Libra is ruled by the planet Venus. So Libras pretty much enjoy being in relationships. They're relationship people. Libras are also the one in the relationship to keep the peace, to restore harmony within the relationship. And you know, Libras are ruled by the scales, or the scales symbolize the sign of Libra. And the scales are that of justice. So Libras like relationships. Aside from being people pleasers, Libras also like to keep the relationship in harmony. Libras will work really hard and sacrificing themselves to keep their relationship harmonious and happy. And also Libras can be a little bit of a perfectionist, which that comes from the scales that represent Libras, and that they can be seen as very critical or picky because of their perfectionist attitude. So I pulled my cards. Let me go ahead and I'll get my spirit board and we can see what guidance Spirit has for us. All right, Libra. Under our situation, we have the Move card. Under the Expectation, the 13, Release. Under the Hidden Influences, we have the 6, the Love card. Under the Advice, we have Rebuild. And then under the Outcome, we have Moving On. So Libras, for this month of October, those of you that are in a relationship, under this situation, we have Move On. So this is asking you, Spirit is asking you to take action. Take action in your relationship right now. Make whatever changes you need to make in your relationship to bring about positive changes. So now is the time for you to take action in your relationship, Libra. Make changes. Take action to make changes so that your relationship goes in the direction that you would like for it to go in. Under the clarifier for the move, you have the Knight of Wands. And this is just saying that now's the time you're going to put a new energy into your relationship. Through you deciding what direction that you want your relationship to go in and making the necessary changes, you have a new surge of energy, that Knight of Wands energy. It's a passionate energy. You're ready to take action to make your relationship better. Under the expectations, there's the release card. So during this time, Libra, Spirit is letting you know that this is a chance, or this is a time of renewal for you in your relationship. It's a time of letting go of any and all things that do not add value to you or your relationship, or letting go of things that don't serve you. The clarifier for the expectation is the Two of Pentacles. And this is showing that you're at some type of crossroads in your relationship, and that may be why you need to let go of things that no longer serve you. You also may be in a position, you also may be experiencing boredom, or you may feel that your relationship is stale. It's not making you happy or bringing you excitement anymore. And also, someone in a relationship could want to make it more. Someone wants the relationship to be more, to be stronger. They want the relationship to have more balance in it. And you're at a position right now where you're going to have to make a choice and decide what you're going to do regarding the relationship. Under the hidden influences, we have the Love card. And again, this is under your hidden influences, you're being asked to examine your relationship with you and your partner. Are you coming from a place of love when you interact with your partner? Also, look at the choices that you've made in the past and how they've affected the relationship. And look at choices that you may need to make in the future for the betterment of the relationship. But under the hidden influences, you're being asked to examine the relationship. The clarifier for that is the Knight. The clarifier for that is the Ace of Swords. And this is a time where anything that you've had suppressed or hidden regarding the relationship and your thoughts, because the Sword Suite deals with thoughts, you're ready to release all that you've had suppressed in your relationship. So any feelings that you have been experiencing, any feelings of dissatisfaction that you've had in the past regarding your relationship, now is a time for you to air those feelings out. Let them come to the surface. Basically, you're being asked to clearly define the terms or the boundaries, the guidelines of the relationship, so that everyone knows where they stand, so that you know where you stand, and so that your partner knows where they stand. And there's no more hidden feelings. Let all the feelings that have been suppressed in the relationship, now's the time for the feelings to come to the surface so that they can be addressed, aired out, keep what adds value to the relationship, and release and let go of what does not. Under the advice, we have the Rebuild card. And this is getting to the basis, the core. A lot of times when we get into relationships, there's so much phoniness, there's so much lies, deception, to the point where you don't know what the core or the foundation of the relationship is. You're not sure what the relationship is based off. Why are you with that person, basically? So the rebuild, under the advice, you're being asked to rebuild your relationship right now. You need to get to the core, the foundations, the crust. Why are you with this person? Now is the time to remove all of the fake, phony, the fake and phoniness, the lies and the deceit and the deception. Now is the time to remove those things from your relationship. Get to the basis or foundation of why you're even with the person. And see if it really works for you. You need to see if what worked for you in the past in your relationship, if it still works for you now. The clarifier for the rebuild is this is the Knight of this is, all right, I had to step away for a moment. So the clarifier, I was saying the clarifier for the rebuild is this is a knave, or kind of like the a page of wands. And this is basically a card of good news. And this is a card of good news and change in your circumstances. So basically, when it comes to rebuilding and getting to the core of why you're with the person, the clarifier is saying that once you do that, it's going to provide a positive effect or a positive result on the relationship. It's going to change the relationship in a positive way. Under the outcome, we have moving on. And this card is about change. Now, the moving on card can mean several things. But this is asking you to examine the relationship once again and make sure that you're in this relationship for the right reasons. This is asking you to make sure that you're in this particular relationship for the right reasons. You have to make sure that aside from finding out if you're in the relationship for the right reasons, you also have to make sure that you're being happy and true to yourself. So are you in it for the right reason? Does a relationship make you happy? Are you being fulfilled? Are you true to yourself? With the moving on card, as you can see, you have to move on. So you have to determine if you are happy where you are. You have to determine, are you being yourself? Is this relationship fulfilling? Or can I be myself? Does this relationship fulfill me? And if it does, then you let go of the things that interfere with that happiness and you move on with the relationship. And in some instances, if you're not happy, if you don't feel fulfilled, then maybe it's time for you to do some soul searching and see if you actually even need to be in this relationship. The clarifier for the moving on is the Ten of Swords. And the Sword Suites deals with thinking and thoughts and feelings. And so this is a card of endings. This is a card of endings of bad behavior. This is a card of the ending of cruel behavior. This is a card of defeat. This is a card of ending negativity. And this is just letting you know also that the worst is over. The worst is over now. Through you going through the process of determining if you're happy in a relationship and that the relationship is fulfilling, you're going through this process. The process is of ending and letting go all behaviors that are not in alignment with your highest good, letting go all behaviors and thoughts that don't add value to your relationship and your current or that don't add value to your current relationship. So it looks like overall, Libra, you're being asked to take action in your relationship right now. You're being asked to do whatever you need to do to make the necessary changes in your relationship so that you can be happy. And the clarifier is that you have a sense of a new energy towards the relationship. Now also you're going through a time of releasing and renewal. And the releasing is letting go of things that don't add value to the relationship, and the renewal is the continuous commitment. You're going to continue to commit to the relationship. Once you let go of those things that no longer serve you. And at the same time, if you're experiencing staleness, boredom, dissatisfaction in the relationship, you may be at a crossroads, or now may be the time for you to decide if you're going to stay and work it out or let it go. You have to make a decision. Your hidden influences are, again, examining the relationship. Making sure you're coming from a place of love. Making sure you're making choices. Making sure you're in the relationship for the right reason, and the choices that you're making are there to add value to the relationship. And then at the same time, all the feelings that you've been hiding or anything that you've been suppressing about the relationship, now's the time to bring that to the surface and air it out so that everybody knows where they stand. And then here, your advice is just to rebuild. Get to the core of the foundation of why you're with this person or why you're in this relationship. And just know that just as you have the positive energy flowing in from the Knight of Swords, you have the same positive energy flowing in from the Knave or the Page. As a result of you doing the rebuilding, getting to the core of the relationship, is going to allow you to take action. It's going to allow you to move anything that is not authentic from the relationship. And then you can decide, why am I with this person? And you can take action when it appears that you're going to take a positive action. You're going to decide to stay in a relationship. You're just going to do things differently. You're going to get to the core of why you're with the person. And then you're also going to examine what things in the relationship don't support it and let it go. And then here, once again, the outcome. It's about decisions and choices. Are you in this relationship for the right reason? Does this relationship fulfill you? And if not, it's a time of this is a time of soul searching. You're soul searching your relationship. And at the same time, as you go through the soul searching, you know certain things have to end. Cruel behavior, deception, dishonesty. And also know that the worst part of your the worst part of the situation is over. The clarifiers we have from the Love Oracle are, the first card is attraction. So maybe you want to build attraction as you're taking actions in the relationship to make the necessary changes. Make sure you still focus on attraction also. Make sure you have attraction. The relationship, there's a strong sense of attraction there. Focus on the attraction. Enjoy the attraction. Live in the moment of the attraction. The other clarifier is soulmate. So this person whom you're in the relationship with right now, this is your soulmate. So as you continue to examine the relationship, just know that you are with your soulmate and you two came together for a reason. And that may further help you understand or help clarify if you're with this person for the right reason. Soulmates can come together for the sole purpose of one teaching the other a lesson or a life lesson, or it could be a completion of some type of karmic debt. But just knowing that you and this person are a soulmate, you may have had an experience in another lifetime. But whatever the case may be, Spirit is asking you to put everything on the table. Whatever feelings you've been suppressing or not being totally honest about, now's the time to put it on the table and air it out. The last clarifier we have is forgiving and learning. And the moving on card represents just that. In order to move on in the relationship, you're going to have forgiveness. As you move on in the relationship, you're going to learn from your past experiences. You're going to learn from your past mistakes in the relationship. And in order to have a healthy relationship, you definitely have to practice forgiveness. Then also you have learning. You're going through a process of learning. You're learning from your past. You're learning from your mistakes. You're learning so that you don't repeat the same mistakes. The numerology cards we have self-love. You have to exercise self-love as you go through this process. Self-love leads you to put yourself first. Self-love will lead you to make decisions that are for the betterment of yourself, that are edifying and uplifting. If you don't love yourself, you can't love anyone else. You have to have self-love. With self-love comes self-respect. And with self-respect comes healthy boundaries in a relationship. Then you have leadership. You need to take the role. You need to take a leadership role. You need to take an active role in a relationship with regards to making changes. Spirit is telling you that now's the time for changes. Now's the time to do what you need to do, whatever you need to do to change the direction or the course of the relationship. And that is going to require leadership. You can't be afraid. You have to stand up for what you believe in. And then individuality. Be true to yourself. That is in accordance with self-love. You should be able to be your true, authentic self in the relationship. And if you can't be, that is definitely a red flag. So let your individuality shine through. Let who you are come across as bold, unique. So Spirit is asking you to focus on your individual needs. Be true to yourself. Be your true, authentic self. And then we have new beginnings. There is room. There is space. There is time. Within a relationship, there is room for a new beginning. If you do all these things, you will have a new beginning. You will take your relationship to the next level. by taking action, by releasing, by making the right choices, rebuilding, and moving on from things that don't serve you. All of those things will give your relationship strength. It will give your relationship vitality. It will reinforce your current relationships, Libra. So now's the time of new beginnings for some of you Libras. Now's the time to take your relationship to the next level. And for some of you Libras, now may be the time to move on. To receive more spiritual guidance, you can follow me on Instagram at Ilalyn. To book a reading, go to www.illalyneverythingspiritual.com. Have a wonderful day, Libra. And as always, namaste.